Hey, it's the cat part of RichKat Ranch here. I'm just going to share a little bit more about our flock this morning. I have had to make a decision to pull eggs from Scully's nest because she's not been sitting. I don't necessarily think she abandoned the nest. I removed a lot of bad eggs yesterday. She laid a total of 12 eggs. And at one point there were 15 or 18 duck eggs in the nest, but when I candled yesterday I only found 3 duck eggs. I noticed that she only sat on the nest for a little while last night, and it's really too cold for them to go without heat right now. So a lot of things are going through my mind, one of which is that I already determined that the male that's been protecting her while she's in the nest is not Mulder, and that's got me worried that the female on the nest may not be Scully. And I feel kind of silly that I don't know one goose from another, but that's waterbird life. They really do all look alike. The sad part of that for me is to have to consider that it might not have been Rembrandt we lost to the bobcat. It might have been Scully, which I guess would make sense because as a mama she is very protective of her flock. And the day that I saw a goose fighting with this bobcat to keep him away from the ducks, it very well could have been her. So a lot of things are kind of coming together in my head. If this is a gosling, so newer, younger, less experienced, it might make sense that she wouldn't be consistent in sitting on these eggs and incubating them. And it's too late in the year anyway for babies, and I told myself that from the very beginning, but I just couldn't bring myself to pull the 3 goose eggs that had already been laid out because I was hopeful that maybe we would get some babies. I love having babies around. So again, just some little snippets from the last week or so with the flock and the animals here, and the update that we're going to wait for the spring to get babies again if we're meant to get more babies. I hope you guys are having a great day today. It's beautiful here. I am feeling good today. I've been sleeping well. Still missing my baby Bandit terribly. I'll have some more videos coming out about our last days with him. And thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for being a part of our RichKat Ranch family. Thank you for your support. Thank you for helping us grow our channel, and sending love out your way. So Scully is on full incubation mode right now, and she's got one of the boys. I'm gonna have to go back and look at pictures, I guess. Obviously the geese all look a lot alike, and I have been thinking this whole time that the goose I put in the little room each night is Mulder, but she is on the nest, so either I'm all mixed up and that's not her and it's one of the goslings. I say goslings, they're almost 2 years old now, on the nest with one of her siblings, or Mulder is in the big room with Scully protecting her as she incubates the eggs. Because I went to feed them this morning, I've been putting a little bowl of food in the crate where she lays so that she won't have to get up and go too far, because it's pretty chilly right now, 39 degrees when I went out. And I was gonna film, I keep moving my camera, sorry. I was gonna film how protective Mulder is of her while she's, or whichever goose that is, while she's in there laying on the eggs. But I thought, well, let me just pour the food out first right quick, and then I'll get my camera, because he really, really warns me and tries to chase me out of the pen. So as I'm pouring the food this morning, though, he got a hold of my hand, and I got a good little bite there. I'm not going to say it was very painful, but he got a hold of me. So thought I'd just share that with you before I wash my hand. But we've got incubation going right now for sure. Just want y'all to see the impact of breeding on my sweet girl Scully. And then we got some fighting going on. Boys, Mulder, that is not nice. That's ugly. Stop that. There's my Scully. So Scully's got some little bald spots on her neck there. Ooh, the sun is so bright. So this is another thing I watch for. The ducks and geese get greens every morning. Sometimes I'll put greens in their food at night, particularly when there is a shortage of peas. I don't know what that's about, but it's very common that I go to buy peas for them, and there are no peas. Kroger won't have peas. Walmart doesn't have peas. Costco doesn't have peas. I get them the bags of mixed vegetables, the frozen mixed vegetables as well, and so sometimes they get those mixed with the peas. They also have peas in them. But I like to give them peas just because it's a nice niacin treat, and ducks and geese need pretty substantial amounts of niacin every day. But the greens are just because they enjoy the greens. There obviously is some nutrition in there, and it's a healthy little treat for them. But again, everything, because I've got a big flock, everything can get expensive. So I look for bargains every chance I get, and I go to Kroger. And at least every other time that I'm shopping for greens, I'll find at least a bag or two of something marked down. They can eat turnip greens, mustard greens, kale, and these are regularly, I think, $2.99 a bag. So I'm happy to find them for $1.39, and then we go through this bag like in 2 days. So it's not going to sit around very long after I buy it. So just want to share that with you, that it's okay and advisable to be as economical as you can with your flock. Too wet to step down there because I've got my socks on. Man, we are getting a powerful electrical storm. Let's go, let's go. Come on, Serena, let's go let the ducks out. Let's go let the ducks out, baby. Let's go. It's cold out here this morning. Phone says 39 degrees right now. I did check, I got up about 5:30 just because I was worried about Cabo and Delilah and being out of hay, because the phone said it was 37 degrees. Good morning! Here come my little friends. Here come my little friends. This might be same old for y'all, but this same old stuff is what keeps me going. Our little friends. Here for breakfast. Here they come. Here they come. Hi guys. Good morning. And they're hungry. Let's do a little bit more. Let's do a little bit more. Oh, I'm sorry. All it takes is a couple of storms to get this pond in just such terrible shape. So I feel like we just drained it and refilled it a couple of weeks ago. Maybe it was longer than that, but it's gonna have to be done again. Okay, so I got their breakfast piles out. Hang on, I'm coming. I'm coming. Mulder's usually over here climbing the wall. I'm coming. Here, girl, here's a little bit for you. Here. This is Ginger my girl that doesn't get around quite so easily. So she gets a little bit right here. So she doesn't have to go so far to get her breakfast. And then we'll see if we can get... Oh, Mama came out already. Okay. She was ready to come out. She must have been hungry. There's a couple of eggs over there. I think it's slowed it down a little since it's kind of cold. Time change makes a difference just because of the sunlight. But they do tend to lay their eggs in the mornings. I'll have that since she's already out. There she is. I still don't know if we're going to get ducklings or goslings or not. This weekend I'm going to get my little brooder area set up just in case. Even though they're not due for another few weeks. Couple weeks, I guess. I'll do some candling. I'll share a candling session with you guys so we can all see together if things are coming along. Oh, they're already asking to go out back. Okay, you want to go out back? Okay, let's go to the back. Let's go to the back. Let's go to the back. Come on. We can go to the back. We can go to the back. I can't film him. Come on, guys. Come on. I need you guys out there watching over them. See if they'll fly for us. It's the only time they fly. You're not going to go out back? Alright. Y'all gonna go out back? Go out back. Let's go out back. That's a couple of the Easter boys. Easter duckling boys, and that's one of the Easter duckling boys. I'm guessing that's the lone Easter duckling girl we got. Alright, you gonna stay here, baby? You gonna stay here, baby? Yeah? Well, it's not looking so good for the nest. These are bad eggs that I've taken out, like this one. Oh my goodness. I don't even have to candle that. Look at that. You can see that's bad. The interesting news is Scully laid a total of 12 goose eggs. The bad news is I just had to pull 6 of them out of there. So this one was one that I knew about already. That one was one I knew about already. That one, yeah, that's one I knew about already. This one, though, oh yeah, that one I knew about already. And that one. So maybe these are all among the first ones she laid. There are 6 more eggs in the nest. There are only 3 duck eggs left in the nest. So again, Mr. Rat Snake may have been visiting and snacking because there were like 15 duck eggs in the nest. I have to be careful now how I have these in this bucket because if these bad ones explode, it's just the most unpleasant experience. These are ones I just collected, so those are fresh eggs. But I'm going to keep my eye on it because we're starting to get pretty cold temperatures and Scully's not on the nest right now. I mean, it's pleasant right now, so that might not hurt anything. The eggs that are in the nest now do not show any signs of development. So obviously they're newer as far as when they were laid because these are the older ones. But I'm going to give it another, 4 or 5 days. If I don't see consistent sitting, just with the temps getting this cold, I'm just going to pull all the eggs and we're going to wait for the spring when we typically allow for hatchlings.